Avengers!
Hello everybody, and welcome to
The Avengers!
Captain America and the Avengers. This is a 1991 action game by Data East, as we just saw. It's of the beat-em-up variety, and it was one of the first exposures I got to some of these Marvel characters. As we can see right here, we get to play Captain America, whose alter ego is Steve Rogers. But we'll also get the chances to play Iron Man, the Vision, and Hawkeye. We're going to take a look at these characters right now, getting sort of a little taste of what they can do as we play them.
Iron Man!
Alright, there we go, Iron Man, who is really Tony Stark. Now this is going by pretty quickly, but you get a look at their stats. The only one that really makes them matter in this game is their health stat. These different characters can take different amounts of abuse before they finally succumb to their injuries. And there we go, there's the Vision. And this is the Vision in his white uniform. And because this was one of the first times I was introduced to the character, this is how I know him. I remember him more for the white uniform than for his green and gold uniform. And though I really like the white uniform, I also really like his green and gold one. And there we go, there's Hawkeye. Hawkeye in his real uniform, his real
Hawkeye.
costume. And there we go.
You cannot beat me.
Yeah, we'll see about that. That's right. We are out to stop the Red Skull. The Red Skull, is it the Masters of Evil in this game? I think it's the Masters of Evil, but Red Skull has got his team all set up, and they are causing trouble, so it's up to us to go and stop them. And see, even here in 1991, you can see Iron Man shooting Tony. You can see Iron Man, Tony Stark, shooting Captain America in the back. Alrighty, well, I have the Edbots set up, so we're going to start with all 4 players, but over time, we'll just sort of cycle in and out with them.
Fight! Fight! Fight!
Captain America!
By assembling a team of supervillains, Red Skull seeks to conquer the world. He uses his wealth to assemble his evil team. He has used a mind control machine to bring them under his power. Now he controls their every action. Go at once, Avengers. Try to crush his evil scheme. Scene 1. The Avengers! Now we saw some of the villains that will be taken care of.
Leave it to me!
Alright, well, controls are pretty simple. You move around with our directional sticks. And we can strike, or we can jump. And we hit both buttons to perform our special attacks. Hawkeye fires an arrow, Vision shoots a beam of energy, Iron Man also shoots a beam of energy, and Cap throws a shield. You can also pick up items and enemies and toss them around. Alright, here's our first group of, it's called mini-bosses. There's Whirlwind, he's running off. We are going to do battle with Claw and a living laser. We have to fight a man made out of energy and a man made out of sound. Somebody got knocked out. Who was it, Hawkeye? Poor Cap. I'm gonna huck a soda can at you. Took out Claw with a soda can. I love it. Alright, so Vision is down. let's bring in
America
Tony.
still needs your help.
Oh, and there's a cameo for us. Quicksilver just came by. Drop us a power-up. I want to see a couple of cameos from different Marvel characters, particularly Avengers. Look at that. Just yucking it up with a bag of money. Got a dollar sign on it. Now these guys are going to try to hug us. We don't want that. That's the bad touch. Okay, now it's time to battle Whirlwind.
You will be the one escaping.
Nah, we're going to be the one throwing barrels at you. Now, Whirlwind is a mutant, and he's got this kind of superpower where he can rotate and spin his body at super speeds without it affecting his equilibrium or his senses. Come on, Tony. Alright. Cap will have to finish things off. We are finished, right? No, we gotta wait. We gotta wait to decide if Tony wants to get back up.
The Avengers.
Whirlwind's attack was just a setup. Other towns are being taken over. Hurry, Avengers! Alright, and now starts Scene 2, Target Town.
Avengers assemble!
Now, most of our stages are going to be side-scrolling like we just saw, but in this stage, we're actually going to get to do some flying. Now, since Hawkeye and Captain America cannot fly on their own power, they're going to be getting flying machines. We'll see that in a minute. I gotta play with these guys. And there we go. Wonder Man's coming to help us out. Now while we're on our flying machines, all we do is make range attacks. In Captain America's case, he throws his mighty shield. Hawkeye would of course fire arrows, Iron Man would fire his repulsor blasts, and Vision would fire his beams. I don't remember if he has a special name for those beams. Almost positive we can take this thing down. Come on. Ah, got away. Ah, there's another special power-up. That summons in our assist. We have the Wasp helping us now. Alright, Hawkeye, it's up to you now. You lost the Wasp, which we really could have used. Okay, it's mini-boss fight time. I will kill you all. Now, while this thing is called a giant robot, it always looked to me like a repainted Sentinel. Sentinels being robotic enemies from the X-Men comics. But we've pretty much put this guy down. Don't want to get hit by those hands, he'll grab us. Oh, big sentinel too, if it is. Where are you? Alright, Vision. I always actually like playing the Vision when I play this in arcades. Let me see if I can pull it off, because if he beams somebody and kills them that way, they just kind of disintegrate. Come on, you. Don't you want a hug? Alright, more goodies from Quicksilver. Bring our health back up. Oh, careful. Got to use those as weapons. Now it's boss fight time.
Came here to die.
And that is the Grim Reaper. Grim Reaper is actually Wonder Man's brother. What is it, Simon and Eric Williams? Something like that? Which I guess makes a certain amount of sense, since Wonder Man helped us out earlier on the stage. Down you go.
The Avengers!
Grim Reaper has regained consciousness. And Red Skull's commanded him to fight the Avengers to the finish. What has the Red Skull planned next? Uh-oh. Challenge from the bottom of the sea.
Avengers assemble!
I missed everybody. Didn't hit anybody with those rocks. There we go. That's right, Vision. Just throw rocks at guys. Like you're a playground bully or something. What an evil thing you've done. Kill me, superheroes, I'll shut you up for good. Alright, now it's time to fight the Wizard. I don't remember much about the Wizard, to be honest with you. He was some sort of super genius. Had these flying discs that he used to get around. I remember him being a problem for the Fantastic Four. Somebody can check this out for me, but was he also a villain for the original Human Torch? You know, the one from the 30s? Ah, and there's Namor. Namor the Submariner. Now, I would have loved to have got to play him. Alright, now we're doing... well, it's not really flying, it's swimming. The idea is still the same, though. Okay. I'll make seaweed out of you. The Mecha Taco. Now, obviously, it's some sort of robot octopus. I don't know why they call it taco, though. Maybe that's some Japanese I don't understand.
America still needs your help.
Ooh, we're going even further underground. Well, underwater. I'm just gonna huck these missiles at you. I'm trying to pick that guy up and I just get hurt for it. Huh. What do you know? Disintegrated when Iron Man hit him, too. Well, you heard the man. Break the wall. Yes, I appreciate that. Okay, boss fight time. Now it's time to take on the Mandarin. And it's kind of appropriate that we got Tony. Mandarin and his 10 rings of power. I don't remember all 10 of the rings, but I know they all had different abilities. Kind of like a beholder. Yeah, we're gonna bring Tony back in. I do remember one beam could just flat out disintegrate things. One of his rings could perform mind control. Come on, Tony. Down you go.
You cannot beat me.
Sure we can. We're beating you left and right. The Avengers located Red Skull's hideout and uncovered his plans to build a secret base on the moon, and to arm it with a giant laser cannon. If his plans are carried out, it will mean the destruction of not only America, but the whole Earth as well. Scene 4, the giant laser cannon. Alright, we are getting close to the end. Hit him with a wrench. Though I imagine Iron Man throwing a wrench as hard as he can probably cause a lot of damage. I mentioned that this was my first exposure to a lot of these characters. In fact, video games were exposure to a lot of the comic book characters that I would come to love. Obey me or die. Alright, now it's time to fight Juggernaut. I'm not quite sure why he's got that kind of weird helmet. this would have been early 90s, so maybe there's a robot juggernaut, or maybe this was just the way they were mind controlling him. But yeah, what was I saying? Video games introduced me to a lot of these characters. And I was lucky at the time that I had a friend named Sean, who actually read these comics. He would have been probably around 9 or 10 at this point. He was actually reading them. So he had a lot of information about these characters. That's where I learned even more about them. He also had lots of toys. He loved collecting the toys. I don't know who was making the toys at the time, but he loved collecting them, so I got to see all these different characters. That would also be when I first got introduced to Beta Ray Bill. And if you've been following me even casually, you know how much I dig Beta Ray Bill. And we both played this game too, but we didn't live in like the same neighborhoods. We didn't get to spend much time with each other outside of school. But I was always asking him if he ever beat the game, because I always wanted someone to talk to about it.
Where is the laser?
Uh-oh.
Ask the police.
It's Ultron. And again, I guess it's appropriate that we're playing Vision. We'll beat up Daddy. Robo Daddy. Now, if you're familiar with Ultron from the movie, you may think Tony Stark is responsible for him. But no, this is another one that we can blame on Hank Pym. Hank Pym being Ant-Man and Giant Man.
America still needs your help.
We'll get him, Cap. Timing on that was no good. Yeah, Hawkeye, you go take care of the murderous super robot. Ah, didn't get me this time. Learning from my mistakes. I'm a thinking animal, like King Kong.
The Avengers!
The laser cannon has been completed. There's only a short time before the laser is set to fire. Hurry, Avengers! Crush Red Skull's plot! Scene 5. The end of Red Skull.
Avengers assemble!
Alright, let's fly off to that laser. It's okay, we're fine. Look how damn cool he looks flying. His arms out like that and letting him just keep it low in the vacuum of space. Wow, jeez, we are getting hurt.
America still needs your...
The Wasp is back. She's just ruining all the enemies. The Wasp being Janet Van Dyke or Pym. Janet Pym, depending on when you were reading. She was married to Ant-Man and Giant Man. Well, Hank Pym when he was both those characters. Alright. What is this, the moon? There's the giant laser cannon. Destroy it now! I should have been shooting it that whole time. throw dudes at it. Another roll to break. We'll get him, Cat. It's a trap. And look here. Well, that's crossbones. These guys look familiar. They look like somebody I should know. Well, we see a bunch of the villains being controlled over here.
Can't go through.
Yeah, try to stop me. We've been lucking out. We've been getting pretty much the right person to fighting each one of these guys. Iron Man got to fight the Mandarin. Vision got to fight Ultron. Now Captain America's getting to fight Crossbones. If I was a little faster, we could use those mines. Down you go. Oh, but no, we're not done yet. Stop, Red Skull. Bye, Avengers. No matter where you escape to, we'll be right behind you.
You can't escape!
Alright, boss fight time with the Red Skull. Alright, we're doing pretty good. Down you go, jerk. What?
It's another trap. You stupid men! We'll teach you the meaning of justice!
Alright, now it's time to take on the Mecha Skull. See, the Red Skull wasn't so foolish to actually want to have a fist fight with the Vision. No, he had a giant robot do it. Now this actually is the last boss of the game. So I'm going to try to have everyone fight him. see if that changes our ending. You're okay, Hawkeye. Come on, guys, get him. Headbutts on high are counting on you. Alright. The robot has been defeated. And in its death throes, it takes out its creator. Well, his moon base got destroyed. And there goes the giant laser in space. Waboom! Thanks to the brave and valiant effort of our heroes, the Avengers, Red Skull and his evil plan was crushed, and the world could once again breathe easily. But for the Avengers, the battle doesn't end here. Wherever evil exists in this world, they must confront it. In the name of justice, Avengers unite! Well, the Avengers fly off. But what's that in the background? Okay, well, let's enjoy our credits. We've earned them. The Avengers just flying through the rubble that they've created. But there you have it. That was Captain America and the Avengers, the 1991 arcade game by Data East. Now, this game, as best I understand, did fairly well. Well enough that Data East was able to make, I think, 2 more games with the Avengers license. One of them was Galactic Storm, which is a fighting game I never got the chance to play. I only know it by name. I don't know about the other games that they got to make. Marvel licensed a lot of their stuff to be made into arcade games at this time. I remember a couple of Spider-Man ones, a Punisher game, a very popular X-Men game, which I think we'll take a look at some point. But if you guys want to play this, and you can't find it in your local arcade, it did well enough to get released on the consoles. So you can play a Super Nintendo, a Genesis, a Game Gear, and I think a Game Boy version of this game. There's also another game with the same name released to the Nintendo, but I think that was more of a traditional platformer, and you played as Hawkeye and Captain America. Alright, but that was the game. I thank you guys for watching, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you all in the next game.
The Avengers! Captain America! Iron Man! Vision! Hawkeye! Avengers.